Hi everybody. I found this old box of papers and ephemera at an estate sale. I can see that some of it is from the late 1800s and a little later than that, into the 1900s, but we'll discover together what all of this is. So let's begin. I'm going to put this to the side a little bit so we have some room. Let me get my roller out. Get the dust off. All right, I think we're ready. All right, let's start with this. This looks quite old. It's got a little glue there. It says Fraser and Jones Company, Syracuse, New York, July 24th, 1894. So that's really old. There's a name there. George Handheim. And it says, Dear Sir, your valued order of a 23-inch instant at hand and will have our prompt attention. In referring to this order, please mention order number 1951. And it looks like this company dealt in harness hardware, wood hames, iron hames, and leather goods. I have no idea what those two things are. Hames. Not sure. Something to do with horses, maybe? And this says, yours truly, Fraser and Jones Company. There's their logo there. Let's see what's over here. Oh, this looks pretty old. It is from Utica, New York, July 24th, 4 p.m., 1894. I was going to Mr. G.E.O. Handheim. So George Handheim, Utica, New York. There's that side. Oh, that's cool. Let's see what else we have in here. There's another old postcard. The postmark is June 6th, and I can't read the date. And it's Preston, probably the Preston Post Office in Oakland, California. It's going to Mrs. William E. Covey, Marietta, Ohio, RD1, Box 128. Let's see what's on this side. There's some writing. Dear Grandma, Mama is too busy to write this week. Aunt Leota is here. She said to tell you hello. Everybody is okay. Us kids got up a social Wednesday Eve and got $20 for our tennis ground. After we paid our debts, pay for cream cones, and other stuff, we have $12 to the good. We also ordered a croquet set. Myrtle. Sounds like fun. I wish there was a date on this, but it could be the late 1800s again. Okay, we're gonna put that right there. That's a letter. This has a postmark that says Seattle, Washington, Term Station, March 21st. I think that's a one. March 21st, 4 p.m., 1917. There's a George Washington 2-cent stamp. And it was going to Mr. Charles Flannery, 511 Spencer Street, Helena, Montana. So 1917. Here's the return address. Miss Bessie Flannery, 316 South Republican Street, Seattle, Washington. Yeah, I haven't read this yet, so we'll read it together. Hopefully it's interesting. That's a big piece of paper. Here we go. Seattle, Washington, March 19th, 1917. Dear Charles, I received your letter the other day, so I thought I would answer, seeing I have a few minutes to spare. I hope you are feeling better now. How did you get along at work? Are you still working at the tailor trade? I had to give my job up and come home and help Vera take care of Ralph. He's getting along fine. He is up and around, but we have to be awful careful of him because if he gets the least cold, it settles in his lungs and he is apt to go back into pneumonia. The rest of us are all well. We have all had colds, but didn't amount to much. We're having regular spring weather. The early flowers are all in bloom and the sun shines all day long when it doesn't rain. It is trying to rain today, but it isn't making much headway. You want to be sure and save up your money and come out here this spring. I'll be looking for you. Come and stay a month or so. Anyway then, if you don't like it here, you can go back, and if you like it, stay. I am sure you will like it. I haven't got to answer Kathleen D.'s letter yet. I suppose she thinks I'm a great one, but I will write as soon as I get time. I just got a telephone call from a lady up at Chelsea Hotel. She wanted me to come up and take care of her little girl, who has chicken pox. I ain't going up there because if Ralph ever got anything like that now, it would be all off with him. Oh. Interesting letter. Let's see if I can fold it. Let's do that. Oh, 1917. Oh, look, there's another bit to it. Alright, we'll continue. I've stayed in the house so much lately, I can't hardly think of anything. Noreen and I went down to a show yesterday afternoon. That is about the only way I ever get to ride in an auto is when I go to town. I go down and up in a jitney. Maybe that's some kind of bus, a jitney bus. Last Tuesday and Thursday evening, I went out with Herb and Martha in Herb's Ford to take the doctor home. Once in a while, we go out in the truck. I don't suppose you get to go out in your car much now in the snow, do you? Well, I suppose I will have to close and get to work. I haven't heard from Maud or Jim for some time. If you see K.D., tell her not to give up hope that I will write someday. Well, goodbye. Answer soon and tell me all the news. With love, Bessie. Oh, there we go. I'll have to find out what a jitney bus is, or if I'm even saying that right. But that was in Helena, Montana, 1917. Okay, let's put it back. Try not to hurt it, to rip the envelope. There we go. Yeah, that was nice. Let's see what else we have here. This looks like a cup holder sort of thing. The Silver Dollar Restaurant and Lounge, El Cerrito, California, 1978. It's kind of soft. Okay, what's next? Gas City Lodge, Number 428 KP, Gas City, Indiana. And this says it certifies that H.B. Ludus, whose signature is written below, has attained the rank of knight, is in good standing in this lodge, and paid $3, all dues and indebtedness, to March 31st, 1907. Dated March 28th, 1907. So 1907 lodge receipt. Here's the back. There's their logo. And some of their laws, I guess, their rules. There's the front. That's this duplicate there. Okay, that was different. Oh, here's another one. Independent Order of Oddfellows, $3.12, March 28th, 1907. So he was an odd fellow in Gas City, Indiana. I'm gonna have to look that up too. Never heard of it. Here's the front. 1907. It's in great condition. There's some rips in it. Nice. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what we got here. So fold it up. Some kind of mailing list for maybe a stamp club. I'm not going to read all that. And that probably is a list of stamps that are available. September 18th, 1937. So stamp club in 1937. I wonder why they kept this. Now we have it. All right, this is a receipt for $1,200 from Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Okmulgee. Am I saying that right? I'm going to say Okmulgee, but I know it's probably wrong. But anyway, it's from August 4th, 1923. And it looks like it's from the Okmulgee Building and Loan Association. So apparently someone made a $12 payment. And they signed it there. And that's, I guess, where the house was located. And there's some stamps there. This is their receipt. I'm finding some interesting things. 3-cent postcard. There's nothing on that. There's a couple more that look older. Okay, these are postcards from Great Britain and Ireland. 1 penny. There's no date on them because they're not used. But that's pretty cool. What do you think? Late 1800s maybe? Really good shape for something that old. Okay. This is some kind of postcard that was from 1966, and it was going to the astronomy department of Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. And it was from University of St. Andrews Chemistry Department, Queen's College, Dundee, Scotland. It was for, I guess, reprints of perhaps an astronomy paper, some sort of academic paper. 1966. Okay. Let's see. Some of these are kind of modern, so I want to be careful not to reveal anybody's private business. But let's grab one from down here. This is a motel. Looks like it might be in Mexico. El Capitan Motel. Let's see on this side. The best restaurant in Chihuahua. The best food, American and Mexican. Visit this place from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. Phone 387. So it's in English and Spanish. Okay, so this was in Chihuahua, Mexico. We'll put that there. Let's see what we get when we just randomly pick one up. This says something about the Mayflower Compact. Someone probably visited a museum. Pick that up. It lists all the Mayflower passengers and some info about that. What else do we have? Mayflower ship's mail, Plymouth. Oh, there's Queen Elizabeth. This says Mayflower 2, April to July, 1957 maiden voyage. Oh, so it was maybe a replica of the Mayflower that they had going. Oh, here we go. Plymouth, June 13th, 1 p.m., 1957. Arrival of Mayflower to Plymouth, Massachusetts, 1957. So they had a replica of the Mayflower. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Tender service to and from Queen's Pier and SS Belgenland. Well, it's either Belgenland or Belgian land. Launch Poseidon. So, what is this? Oh. Tender service. A service will be maintained by Blue Funnel Launch Poseidon, SS Belgenland, to and from Queen's Pier, Hong Kong. Times under February 15th, 16th, and 17th. I don't see a date. So it was, oh, right here someone put 1929. So this was probably the boat that took you from the big boat to the dock. So you could maybe walk around. And these are the times that it would run. Well, 1929. Queen's Pier. We're finding some interesting things in here. Oh, look at this. Heavenly Valley ticket. Ride the tram. Tramway. America's largest ski area, Heavenly Valley. FIS World Cup site. There's the back. America's all-year playground, South Lake Tahoe, California, Nevada. Place 6-cent stamp here. I think there's another one. Oh, so we have two of these. Nice graphics. Looks like maybe they tore off part of it, so they used it. It's kind of rough right there. Good shape though. Very shiny. All kinds of stuff in here. Let's see what this is. It's very delicate. It's an old postcard or a picture. It's got a big fold here. Some thin paper too. U.S. Dynamite Cruiser Vesuvius. Copyright 1898. Was painted with Lucas Cruiser white. That's a color of paint, maybe. This said something here. Can't really read it anymore. Lucas. Oh, maybe these are this was the company that sold the paint. The Lucas white. Lucas Cruiser White. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna grab something from way down here. Looks like a book. It says Captains there. 12th edition, October 1st, 1946. Agreements. Offshore Alaska, steam schooner, diesel schooner, war bonus, wage table. Pacific Coast Marine Firemen, Oilers, Water Tenders, and Wipers Association. That's a little booklet. Oh, it's got all kinds of tables. Let's just flip through it real quick. I guess they're rules, regulations for different situations. Just all kinds of stuff. Something about water tenders, oilers. Someone highlighted that. Section 7. On all vessels making tropical voyages, each member of the unlicensed engineer room personnel shall be provided with a cot for sleeping on deck. Well, that seemed important to whoever highlighted that. They wanted their cot. This says $1 for breakfast, $1 for dinner, and $1 for supper. And when compelled to sleep on shore on account of repairing, cleaning, or fumigating the sleeping quarters, they shall receive $3 per night for rent. This one, no transportation shall be allowed should a man be discharged by mutual consent before the termination of the articles. Lots of rules here. The members of the union will comply with all lawful orders of superior officers and with all company rules not inconsistent with this agreement. Yes, from 1946. I wonder if they had to memorize this book. Looks like there's a couple more here. Same sort of thing. This one's from 1933. So a bit earlier. It's just all their laws and rules. There's another one. 1946. It's the Sailors Union. All this other stuff. And another one. Someone was a sailor. 1946. They marked this one up. Okay, we're not going to be able to get through all of this today, so I'll make another video continuing for the rest of the box, maybe a couple. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here, but let's do a couple more things. This is a letter. Looks really early. All I can see is May something. In California. I think this is foreign. That says New York. Paid all May 7th. Here, I'll show it to you. I'm not sure I'll be able to read it. Let's see. Let's open it up. Cool stamps. I think it's in German. Yeah. I can't read that. Wish I could. I'll put it back. Maybe someday I'll translate it. 1876. Wow. This is very old. And you can see the date on there. I'm gonna have to find someone that speaks German, have them translate it for me. All right, let's go with one more. It's another postcard. Mrs. Maud Hobson, 2507 and 12th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. And the postmark says Independence, April 2nd, 11:20 a.m. There's George Washington, both of these. I don't see a date. It says, I can't really read that, but I think that's Kansas. 4/2/18, so 1918. Dear Maud, had word Uncle Charlie is dead. I am leaving for Chicago on the Santa Fe at 11:10 this morning. We'll stop in KC when I come back. I think about Friday or Saturday. Love as ever, RDA. So this is 1918. I guess Uncle died. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll get to the rest of this hopefully in my next video.